Plaintiff Morris Shavers has been to prison 7 times, but he insists he's a changed man. Morris claims he sold the defendants a car, but they failed to pay it off, so he's suing. Defendants Kenny Mayfield and his girlfriend Jody Green say 5 minutes after they purchased the car from Morris, they tried to give it back because Morris misrepresented the condition, but he refused to return their money. They're countersuing for a refund and harassment.
Start with you.
Your Honor, first I'm going to tell you a little something about myself. I've been upstate 7 times, you know.
What does that mean, in prison?
Yes, sir. Been in prison 7 times.
All right, everybody don't know prison lingo, upstate. All right.
I'm sorry.
I think there's some outlets upstate.
Yeah.
Some nice clothing outlets. You're sharp. So that's what I thought when you said it. All right, go ahead.
And, you know, I'm here now, a changed man. Thank God for that. I did a lot of things in my life that I'm not proud of. And, you know, I was on, you know, using drugs a lot, used drugs, abused drugs, things of that nature, you know, and I changed my life around.
How long ago?
You know, it's been about since 2006.
Okay, what have you been doing since then to redeem your life?
To redeem my life, I've been in church. I go to church every Saturday. I got 2 jobs now, thank God. He helped me.
Say Saturday, you're Seventh-day Adventist?
Yes, sir, I am.
I was raised as a Seventh-day Adventist, that's why I asked. Go ahead.
Thank you. And I just gave my life to God, changed my life around. You know, I did a lot of things in my life that I'm not proud of.
I got that part. I want to know how you redeem yourself other than just going to church and establishing a relationship with Christ. What relationship have you established with all the people you've harmed?
I apologized to them, went, sat down, talked to them.
No. That ain't what they want, their money. That's making amends. Give me my money. So that's very nice. I'm glad you came to apologize. That's a beautiful thing. Definitely. Now, where are my ends?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, go ahead, sir. The point I'm making, and I appreciate and thank you for turning your life around, but I always believe and advocate that ex-offenders, that they become a contributing member to society to help change others. Consider helping others as a part of your redemptive journey. That's all. A little lesson there. All right, so I'm glad that you were changing your life around. And what have you been doing since 06?
06, I've been working. Okay. I do Bible study. I teach Bible study every Saturday with the church. And I have 12 children that has been in no trouble. So, you know, I keep my children been in no trouble. None of them never seen the inside of a jail. Good. And I'm going to keep it that way.
Congratulate their mothers.
Thank you. I do. All the time. Thank you.
Let me hear from you all.
I grew up with him. He was in and out of prison, like he said. Didn't really know him that much. He no good role model for nobody. And just me keeping 100. And
since 06 he has been, right? He's been out of trouble since 06? To your knowledge?
No. But my knowledge, no. He do a lot of grimy stuff, like bootleg CDs, movies, clothes, shoes, cars. You just don't get caught with it, you know? You can call yourself a godly man.
You say bootlegging, you're saying copyright infringement.
Yeah.
So that's what you're referring to. You sell the tapes and all that.
I used to, Your Honor.
Bootlegging Seventh-day Adventist tapes?
Still do.
You can't go in the church, get the stuff, and then...
Used to. That's a part of my past.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
A lot of folks think that's legal. They think, oh, I'm just getting something off the corner and I'm just getting it cheaper. No, you're breaking the law. It's copyright infringement and you're contributing to it. I don't know. I have my nephew in here today. He's a lawyer as well. So, I mean, his mind is younger than mine, fresher than mine. So he might know. Logan, Light, am I about right? Copyright infringement, bootlegging? That's my nephew. I know a lot of y'all getting trying to figure out how he's my nephew. And that's his mother next to him. Y'all wondering if that is my sister, Mrs. Light. But those of you all from the neighborhood. You know, we call all young men who we are endeared to, we call them nephew. Right. And they call us Unc. What's up, Unc? Mm-hmm. There's all good in the hood, Unc. I said, yeah, you need to hang with me more. Get away from my square sons. You look like you're ready for the game. That's anyhow, thanks for that legal input, nephew. All right. So, what about yourself? What do you want to tell me about you and your partner?
Well, we servers, okay, and we work hard for our money.
Ma'am, did you want to say something?
Well, me and Kenny's been together for a little bit now, and I know of him. We've been calling him bootleg instead of bowleg because everything going on, but I know of him, and I've known a lot of scandalous dealings, and I was hesitant to even get into a deal with him in the first place. But being that it's his family, we trusted him.
And I didn't think he would do that.
Right. Definitely taught us a lesson deal with family.
Tell me why you're suing him for this breach of contract.
Well, Your Honor, sold him the car as is, first and foremost. And
how much did you sell a car as is to him for?
$2,000.
Uh-huh.
He gave me $500 down. I gave him the title.
When was he to repay the balance?
Within a month and a half.
Okay. What happened?
And on top of that, after I sold him the car, it had a little issues. I bought it from an auction. And I never had the chance to really check the car out. But I fixed everything on it that I knew that it needed, like the O2 sensor, the radiator, and the ball joints. I did those myself. And I'm not a mechanic, but I did them myself.
Oh, Lord.
You too. You too.
I can end this case right now. Go ahead, sir. How you go do all that? That is very mechanic specific. Go ahead, though.
After they had the car for a whole week, 7 days, they called me and said that the car was running hot. I said, okay, I tried to coach them, tell them what to do, let it cool down, and get it back to me so I could check it out. They did that. The car, I told them they wanted their money back. I said, no problem. I would give you the money back. I had the money in my pocket that same day. I was going to give it to them, almost did, but then I thought about it. I don't have the title. Miss Jody was acting very shady towards me. She don't like me. She's maybe standing here like she do, but she don't like me. As you see what she said about me. So, make a long story short, someone said, don't give them the money. Wait till you get your title back. They didn't want to do that. So they kept the car.
Excuse me.
All right, let me hear from you all.
Oh, he is such a lie.
Tell me.
Ooh, he is a lie.
When we bought the car?
The day we put it on the road, we put plates on there. I didn't see the car. He seen the car the night before. So we went the next day. We did sign the contract, give him the $500. I go to pick up the car. I'm like, the windshield's cracked. I go sit in the car. I go to try to get out. None of the doors open up. You have to put the window down to open up the doors, all four.
The windshield wipers?
The windshield wipers would not shut off. So we immediately started the car, threw the plates on. They weren't even screwed all the way on. We turned, and he lived literally 2 streets from where we picked the car up from. We immediately went to his house.
But you made the deal sight unseen?
No, he seen the car.
No, I seen the car at night, and then when we got in the morning, I didn't even recognize the cracked windshield.
He didn't realize the cracked windshield.
He made sure. He said, come by at 10 p.m.
It was dark. It's a bad street. It's not.
You said, where the lights at? Oh, electricity.
It was a cracked tail light. He didn't tell me about that. Windshield wiper. You hit a bump. Windshield wipers going on and off. It's sunny. I'm like, yo, we got to take this back. So we tried to take it back to him.
How long after getting it did you try and take it back?
It was not even 5 minutes, sir. We literally put the plates on a car, and the first place we went is drove it immediately to Mr. Shaver's house. Immediately.
You can take the car back, give her our money. He tried to fight me for bringing the car back to him. I'm like, he tried to basically force us to keep the car until the contract up so he can get some money.
Come to find out, in that same day, we find out he had already sold the car to the same exact PT Cruiser that we're in court for now. He had just sold to a lady. Here he is telling us, make sure y'all get a locked gas cap on, because if she see this car around town, she gonna do something to it.
And we was like,
talking about maybe that's how the windshield got cracked. She probably seen it and did something to it.
So we was like, we don't understand what you're saying. So he was like, she didn't want to give him $200 more because it overheated.
The car was overheating. So he took her to court.
He told us after we bought the car.
And won because she never showed up.
That's a lie.
Well, if it's a lie, that's a lie.
And I fixed everything on the car when y'all told me it had issues. Didn't I not fix everything? I fixed the light because y'all didn't even know the light was broke. Y'all didn't even know the light was broke because I don't want to call y'all and told y'all.
He did.
Tell y'all what I do.
Sorry,
I got
Your
this
Honor.
Bible
Sorry.
up here. So when the Bible thumpers come in, I got to read it to them. What the Ten Commandments say.
He ought to tell the
So
truth.
I
how he
should not,
tries to
thou
redeem
shalt not
himself.
steal. Thou
steal.
shalt not lie, as in thou shalt not bear false witness against
right,
thy
Your Honor.
neighbor. I just
Right.
read it.
That's right, Your Honor. I got all the paperwork. They signed it and everything. They knew this
That's
car
all
was
he
in
wanted.
this condition. They signed this paperwork, and I told them I did not know what was wrong with this car because I never had the chance to drive that car, Your Honor.
The other lady
I
was-
never had no paperwork in the window, so I drove it up and down my alley. That's the only place I could drive it, in my alley.
All right. So what was your final agreement regarding the return of the car?
We didn't ever come to a final agreement. We did.
'Cause I heard him say he'll give you your money back if you give him the title back.
would not
That's what I
return
heard.
money.
He would not do it. It got to a point, Your Honor, that we was like, we literally got fed up to the point that he wouldn't give us the money back and he wouldn't set the title on the car. We was like, no, you can keep the cash.
Keep the cash.
Keep the
any
$500
repairs
cash.
We did just
and
take
keep
our
the-
name
the
off
only
the
thing
title.
y'all
Take our
telling right now.
Take
That's the only-
eyes off the contract. Take our name out of the contract. He
I got
said,
that
no,
in-
I want
I got
the
that in the text
1500.
message.
What is it you have?
I have all the
First-
this is both of their conversations with
I don't want all that. I want a
First-
final agreement on what you all decided to do.
Your Honor, may I say
What
something
is
about
this?
the final
That's the
agreement?
title. That's the agreement they signed from.
All right, there
He
you
should have
go.
brought his
When I
second
tried to
contract
when I
here.
tried to terminate
Where's the second contract?
Here it is, right here, Your Honor.
That's the final. That's what
We
I'm
did not
asking
sign
I
it.
you
tried to
for.
get the car back right there.
Your
They
Honor,
didn't
we
want to
did meet
sign
at the
that.
bank, and I told him I cannot sign that
They didn't want to
contract. I
sign
said,
that
can you
because
just
they-
void the
Why?
first one?
Why
I would
didn't
not
you?
sign it because
Because-
if you read it, it says that I'm still responsible for the
If you
car.
did something to sabotage the car, where I could
didn't never
sell it.
sabotage
That's
the car.
only
You all
took it
have
to
the
him.
title,
Yes.
Yes, we do.
All right.
And we took it to the mechanic.
and
The
you
mechanic
still
said it
want
was a
your
head
money
blown
back.
head
You
gasket.
still want your money back.
Yes, we do.
Absolutely.
And you
Yes,
still
sir.
willing to give them their money if they give you the title?
Your Honor, I tried to do this with them. I tried, Your Honor. When they
right.
bought the car from me,
No problem.
they bought the car from me. I gave them the title. They gave me
No
$500.
problem,
Never
sir.
try to return
And then when
any
they gave me the money,
Never.
Never.
I gave them the title. That same day.
Never.
Sir, no problem. A minute ago, you stood right there and said it can have their money back.
Yes,
now,
we
when
have.
I ask you if we can do it now, suddenly you don't want that deal. Suddenly you've had a change of heart. How does he owe you all for the harassment and the car payment?
He tried to.
He threatened me. He threatened to have family come after me because he said I have a mouth. He's called our job more than once. He would say that he was gonna. He did say that he was gonna meet us at the bank so we could discuss something. He brought that contract and then walked out of the bank. Would not even. He would never give us our money back. And after and the only
Let's
reason why
get
he
to
wrote
him
that
calling
second-
your job. What happened there?
I'm a server and Kenny's a server. It was very, very busy. My manager came and got me and said that a gentleman was on the phone asking questions about us being at work. And when I got to the phone, the person had hung up. And then 2 days later, the same gentleman called back again.
But how do you know
Our
it
job
was
wouldn't give
him,
us
though?
a statement because they said it's too many legal
And they
issues.
didn't identify him as the person.
Your Honor, I never get calls at work. My kids would call me on my cell phone or anybody
We
important would
can't
call my phone.
conclude that
So
it was him without
And
any
he came to our house.
unannounced, banging
Unannounced.
on the door.
He wanted
Trying to fight him.
because he said he want more money. We tried to give you
Sir,
back
did you
the car.
come to their house?
Your Honor, no, I never went to their
He
house.
pulled us in.
fighting
He
them
pulled
or
up
trying
on
to
us one day and
threaten them.
blocked us in. Wouldn't let me leave for work and made me late for work. Talking about he's gonna have his wife smack me or somebody in his family smack me or something.
Do something to her.
Yeah, he
And
kept
I said,
threatening
you
to
ain't
do
gonna do
something
nothing to
us.
her.
They sound convincing, and
Your
you
Honor.
sound like you're lying. All right, so just want you to know, bearing false witness against your neighbor. Let me get to the judgment now, and that is, sir, you agreed to give them the $500 back if they were to give you the title back, and that's what I'm going to stick to. Have a good day.
Don't deal with family.
Just don't deal with family.
And just because you go to church, you call yourself going to church, don't mean that you're a God-fearing man.
That's a fact.
The devil's working. That's all I have to say.
He sure is.
The devil's working.